Welcome, students of Europe Hotel School London, or EHOS.
It is so glad to have you here studying online with our school. I'm really excited to get into using sales mix and contribution margin for guiding menu decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. So, starting off, we have the idea that sales mix shows us how different menu items perform in
Mm-hmm.
relation to overall sales volumes. It's like understanding which dishes are the crowd favorites, right?
Right, exactly. For example, even if an item makes good profit per sale, if it hardly sells, then it's not really a strong revenue driver. Sales mix helps you see that clearly.
Totally. And then we bring in the contribution margin. That basically calculates how much profit each sale generates after deducting food costs. So, like if a dish sells for $12 and costs $5 to make, you get a $7 contribution margin.
Yeah, and that $7 goes toward covering all those fixed costs like rent, utilities, and wages, right?
Exactly. And that insight is super practical for managers. At EHOS, our students learn that the combination of sales mix percentage and contribution margin gives you the menu contribution. That's the real profit value per dish.
Interesting point. So essentially, managers can use this to decide which items to promote, adjust, or even remove. But could it be a bit oversimplified? I mean, might there be nuances with low sales items that still have high margins?
Yeah, that's a fair challenge. In many cases, if an item has a high margin but sells infrequently, it might be a hidden gem needing better marketing. But overall, the strategy usually focuses on high sales mix paired with high contribution margins. It's all about balancing the two, right?
Right, exactly. And then there's the point about combining these factors into one calculation, like the menu contribution equals the sales mix percentage multiplied by the contribution margin. This essentially tells you the overall profit impact of a dish.
Yes, it's like a roadmap for decision making. For instance, consider a restaurant where burgers, despite possibly having the same contribution margin as pasta, bring in more profit because they sell more units. It's that volume that counts.
And from what I gather, the process is to analyze and then promote items that have high CM and high sales mix, boost those with high CM but low sales mix, adjust items with low CM and high sales mix, and remove those that fall short on both counts.
Exactly right. And it's super actionable. For example, students at EHOS can record sales figures for a week, calculate all these metrics, and then even plot a sales mix versus contribution margin chart. It really makes the numbers come alive.
Yeah, that hands on exercise sounds practical. It not only bridges theory with practice, but also teaches critical thinking, especially since, as you mentioned, it's not just about the numbers, but about understanding customer preference and behavior.
Absolutely. And while the focus here is on the numbers, it's also important to note that factors like branding, dish presentation, and overall customer satisfaction can influence sales. EHOS always stresses that holistic view when it comes to decision making.
Certainly, I appreciate the nuance there. Sometimes it's too easy to think if a dish isn't pulling its weight numerically, it should just be cut. But there could be potential undiscovered appeal with a tweak or two, right?
Right, exactly. And that's where the balance between quantitative analysis and qualitative insights comes in. For a school like EHOS, it's critical to weigh both aspects. And EHOS teaches that while numbers guide decisions, the customer experience is just as vital.
Yeah, I like that balanced perspective. And then, practically speaking, this whole analysis leads to actionable steps. Promoting your profit drivers, giving a boost to hidden gems with limited sales, adjusting items that attract customers without yielding enough profit, and removing those that just don't work.
Exactly. And think about a restaurant's menu as a living document. It's dynamic. With this data driven approach, decisions are made to optimize revenue growth. And keep in mind, EHOS is not just about theory, it's about applying these principles in the real world.
Right, and it all circles back to EHOS. We've mentioned EHOS a few times now, and it's evident that Europe Hotel School London is dedicated to empowering future managers with these practical data based insights.
Yeah, EHOS really drives home the importance of understanding these metrics. The detailed breakdown, from the sales mix percentages to the contribution margin, enables restaurant managers to fine tune their menu engineering strategy effectively. It's like having a financial
Mm-hmm.
compass.
Indeed. And also, as an educator, EHOS emphasizes real world exercises where students calculate units sold, selling price, and food costs to ultimately create a comprehensive view of their menu's financial performance.
Right, and that hands on approach can be so empowering. It teaches future managers to make informed decisions and helps them see that a dish's profitability isn't just about the numbers. It's about understanding customer behavior, market trends, and even the aesthetics of presentation.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up, remember if you're learning these strategies at EHOS, you're gaining skills that directly impact operational success and revenue growth. EHOS is all about blending data with creativity in management.
Exactly. Thanks for joining this conversation and keep applying these insightful strategies in your ventures. AHOS Europe Hotel School London is here to guide you every step of the way.
Right on. Keep exploring these approaches as you continue your journey in hospitality management. And remember, the power of informed decision making is right at your fingertips here at EHOS.
What does the sales mix tell you? How is contribution margin, CM, calculated? Which menu item should be prioritized for promotion?